Beep bop skadoodle bop pow. Cha cha cha. That's something in my eye.
Really?
That's the funk. You've got the funk in your eye.
I got the funk in my eye. Nobody gonna tell me I'm crying. I got that funk in my eye.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm recording. Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm recording too. Chester Copperpot.
That's what they call me.
Mm-hmm.
Hello and welcome to episode 622 of the Player One podcast for Tuesday, October 9th, 2018. I'm your host, Chris Johnston, with me as always, and who will be joining me at Scoopfest later this week from Canada, Mr. Greg Sword.
Speaking on behalf of all of Canada, I would like to congratulate you on filling that Supreme Court spot. Good job. Good job, America. You did it fast. You did it right.
How's your Thanksgiving going?
It's good.
Yeah. Hasn't
Not
happened
really.
yet.
Not really. Yeah. It's not
We're
really
recording
happening
early
now.
because it hasn't
Yeah.
happened yet.
I appreciate that. You guys are very.
See, I'm looking out for you.
I listen. I may say a lot of nasty things about you, but I want you to understand that I still appreciate you.
Who was proactive in our Slack group? Said, you know what? Next week's Canadian Thanksgiving. Let's
You're
record
welcome.
early.
You're welcome, Greg.
Yep.
You're welcome.
And I appreciate it.
What can I say except you're welcome? Because I'm a superstar kind of guy. What can I say except no problem? And I'm happy you're having a Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Remember that? Remember that?
I don't remember that.
That was
from-
that's the extended version. That's what Disney will release in a few more years.
That's the Zootopia soundtrack.
That's the next movie they're going to ruin by changing the songs.
What other ones have they ruined by changing
Lion
songs?
King.
What did they change in Lion King?
I forget exactly which song it was. I think it was "Just Can't Wait to Be King."
What did they change?
They changed something. They changed the lyrics or something, or there was an extra song they added. All I remember doing is I watched it with my kids, and I hated it.
They
hated it.
I know they changed Aladdin, one of the Aladdin songs.
See, that kills me too.
Yeah.
Those movies were perfect the way they were. Just leave them alone.
Because I mean, the Aladdin song was, it was a little racist. That's what they changed. There was.
Oh no! That happened before it came out.
No. That happened. That happened. It released.
Where they cut off your hands if they don't like your.
Yeah,
face?
that was the theatrical version, and then they.
I don't ever remember seeing that in the.
Then they changed it for like the home video release or something like that.
I don't recall that at all.
I know the soundtrack had the original version of the song on it.
It did.
But no, really? I'm talking about how they put their movies in the vault.
Of course.
Yes. And then a few years back, I'm saying a few years, it was probably 15 years ago at this point, God knows.
Right. Yeah.
When they opened up the vault and brought out some of those 90s animated films,
right,
they altered them with different songs. And I'm not saying they changed some of the songs. I'm saying they changed the scenes and changed the songs. Yes, and Lion King was one of them. And I hated it.
And it was
I don't remember that.
And it was the Can't Wait to Be King.
I want to say it was Can't Wait to Be King, which sucks because that was a great number, but
right. I
it up.
Okay. Somebody is driving in their car right now yelling at their radio.
Yeah.
Greg doesn't know what he's talking about.
Wait, you know what? They didn't get rid of Just Can't Wait to Be King.
Okay.
They added a song called The Morning Report, and it was when Bazu came up to Simba and Mufasa and gave his morning report, and it used to be this cute little sort of monologue, couple of funny jokes in there, and they changed it to this song that didn't work,
like a B tier song.
Yeah, I was totally convinced that the whole reason it wasn't there in the first place is it wasn't good enough to make the cut originally.
Right.
I don't know if that's true.
Okay.
But anyway, it just really bugged me.
But I Can't Wait to Be King is intact.
Yes.
They just added a garbage song.
Yes, they added a garbage song. Yeah.
Okay.
I just remember being really irritated about it.
Well, that's why Blu-rays have that little that chapter skip function.
That's right. Just skip that chapter.
I think this was still on VHS. But anyway.
Yeah.
Also joining me this week from the great state of Washington, Mr. Phil Theobald.
How you doing?
Good.
You want some more Disney trivia that may or may not be accurate.
I'm watching this weekend.
What's that?
I got a little double pack here. It's Mannequin and Mannequin 2 on the move.
Christ.
On DVD.
On regular old DVD.
That's 480i, correct?
Yeah.
Is that right? 480i?
Mm-hmm.
You'll be watching that in 1K.
All the Ks. Yeah.
Wow.
So that'll be
big Mannequin fan, are you?
I love.
You guys love the weirdest movies.
I love Mannequin. I think it's a great movie. It's a funny, ridiculous.
What's the main character's name in Mannequin?
Mannequin.
What's his name?
Yeah. Don't look at the back of the box.
I don't know. I'm looking at the back of the box.
There's one character whose name you remember from the Mannequin movies, and it's not even the Mannequin.
It's not even the Mannequin.
Mannequin is just Mannequin,
Hollywood.
or this is Hollywood.
This is where Mannequin comes out the window.
Of course, you only remember one character.
Exactly Hollywood. Yes,
and he's the only one that's in both movies, I think.
Is he the Link? Oh yeah, because it's a different Mannequin, right?
A different Mannequin and a different dude too.
This is like
they couldn't get Andrew McCarthy back.
Yeah, well, he was very busy in the 80s.
Very busy.
He had a lot of important stuff. He was like, I don't have time for Mannequin 2 on the move. I'm busy making Teen Wolf 3.
Really?
Was he?
No, there was no Teen Wolf 3. There was just a Teen Wolf. There was a Teen Wolf 2.
Teen Wolf 2. Which
TOO 2.
Yeah.
Mannequin
movies are PG.
That was still with Jason Bateman, wasn't it?
That was Jason Bateman.
Yeah,
wow.
Teen Wolf 2 has Jason Bateman.
And a different styles.
Yeah, new styles.
Yeah. Yeah, they had a character follow over from the first Teen Wolf into the second Teen Wolf, but that character is played by a different actor.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So
yeah, my wife and my daughter have been going through 80s movies. Watching.
And you're like, well, I'm
sure that had nothing to do with you.
The ones that are semi-appropriate. Oh yeah.
I have a pair of movies that you are gonna love.
Let me ask you a question.
My 6-year-old daughter. You love mannequins. Yes, ask me a question.
I'll ask you a question. Weekend at Bernie's.
Weekend at Bernie's. The dead guy.
Funny movie.
Guy dies. They have to pretend he's alive.
Yeah.
Way to give away the plot.
Well, that's the plot. It's the Weekend at Bernie's.
The movie.
They puppet him through a
Do you
wild
remember
weekend.
Why they're pretending that he's dead? Do you remember why?
Don't they want to spend time at his beach house or something?
They're pretending. They're pretending. You mean why are they pretending that he's alive?
What? Yeah. Why are they pretending?
They don't need to pretend he's dead because Bernie's dead.
He's definitely dead.
They want a job at his company, and they need to keep him alive all weekend so they can pantomime him through a presentation on Monday, where he will say these fine gentlemen are hired.
No, is that really it?
That's not it?
That's not it.
That was a solid guess, though, right?
No,
not even close.
I believe they already worked with him, and I'm just gleaning this from the trailer because I haven't actually watched the movie through again. But they explain this the setup in the trailer, obviously.
Okay.
The two main characters work for Bernie.
Okay.
And he is annoyed by them and wants them dead, and hires a hitman and to kill them at his beach house. And
what?
Instead, he ends up dead.
Okay.
And for some reason, yeah, they pretend that he's alive so that the hitmen won't come and kill them, or something like that. And it's convoluted.
Are they? So does the hitman
the illusion of being alive so that they don't get killed?
Now, I don't know much about employees' rights in the 80s.
In the 80s, yeah.
But I would imagine that it would have been okay for Bernie to just fire them without having a solid reason.
Yeah.
How? Why? I mean, I've worked with people who haven't liked me before, but none of them have hired a contract killer.
That's right.
So
yeah.
Already flawed.
My daughter loves Weekend at Bernie's. I'll just say.
Well, why wouldn't she? Has she seen Weekend at Bernie's too?
She has not.
Okay, because she's probably wondering, like, where does this story go from here?
How many sequels did they make? They made at least one.
I believe it's just the 2 Weekend at Bernie's movies
Just
because I mean,
you can't stretch that premise any further.
Decay is going to set in at some point. You can only drag a corpse around for so long before the parts start falling off.
When are they going to remake that for? I expect like a limited series on Netflix. That's
I don't know.
At Bernie's. Yeah.
Well, again, you run the problem of feasibility of puppeteering a cadaver. So, what other 80s movies have you shown your 6-year-old?
Well, she's seen Clue. She loves Clue.
Man, Clue's a fine movie.
Yeah.
Clue's a lot of fun. Yep.
Clue holds up too. That's the thing.
Clue.
Unlike Weekend at Bernie's and the Mannequin movies, which were not good to begin with. Clue holds up.
They weren't even good when they were new.
What are you talking about? Mannequin.
What else?
I've only seen Mannequin, so I can only speak to that. But that's a great film.
What else have you shown her?
Goonies.
Okay. Fine film.
Really, you've shown her Goonies. Goonies is one of the ones that I kind of I haven't shown my kids yet.
Why?
The kids they cursing a lot.
Language.
You got to hold. I mean, there's an extended dick joke at the beginning.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know, and I mean, I guess that makes me a prude. I don't know, but it's just it's one of those. It makes no sense. Like I think back to by the time I was as old as my oldest, I had seen Goonies, but I just haven't shown it to them.
Extended dick joke, by the way.
No
one picked that up.
Oh,
did someone in the chat mention that?
No, they mentioned RoboCop. RoboCop.
There's a fine one.
I'm sure by the time I was 11, I'd seen RoboCop as well. But
I'm not going to show my daughter RoboCop. Just
I don't know. The unrated version is on Prime Video.
Apparently, it's
not rated, so it's probably fine for all ages.
I mean, if there was something wrong with it, they would have rated it. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Of course. Well,
did you show her Monster Squad yet?
I haven't even seen Monster Squad. I've never seen Monster Squad.
Never saw. You know what? Here's the thing about Monster Squad.
But I thought there was some inappropriate things in Monster Squad.
Boy, let me tell you, I loved Monster Squad back in the day. It's and I watched it a couple of years ago when they re-released it on DVD, and it's still a fun movie.
Yeah,
but holy cats, man, the homophobic slurs tossed around carte blanche. They just, man, the 80s did not care. Dropping slurs like you wouldn't believe. Kids toting around shotguns, threatening other children.
Yeah.
That I'm going to, like, man, can't do that anymore. Can't do that.
Are you pining for those old days?
That's what it sounds like.
Wistful. Oh my goodness.
I can't tell. I can't.
You know what my wistful tone is. What? Is that Monster Squad? It's such a fun premise.
Yeah.
And if you cut out all that stuff,
it's not fun anymore.
It's no. What?
I'm just trying.
What a monster you are!
I'm just trying to complete your thought. I couldn't tell you were going.
No. If they could remake Monster Squad, without the gay panic, and the children shoving shotguns in each other's faces, that could be a really solid kids movie. But it's tough to go back to.
Maybe Netflix will redo it.
What is with you and the Netflix?
They put out like a movie a week.
Did you just buy stock in Netflix recently? And you're
6 movies a week. What am I talking about?
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I figure they remade Lost in Space, so we could
did actually,
and Monster Squad right up there.
That's true. Maybe a Mr. Ed reboot.
Oh yeah, we talked about that last week.
Bring it back to last week.
Gritty reboot. All right. Should we...
Where's our gritty?
Remember, Wilbur is a horse.
Oh my goodness!
But at the end of the series, you find out actually he's a robot horse, and it cuts to black.
Dun dun dun.
No,
wait for season 2, people.
He's a demon horse.
Oh!
You find out at the end. Mr. Ed, his eyes start glowing red. Creepy like tendrils start coming out of him. Wilbur's freaking out. The door bursts open, and standing in the doorway is 11 and all the other Stranger Things kids. And smash cut season 2 coming summer 2020. And it's the big
and you
crossover.
find out that really Stranger Things is set in the Mr. Ediverse.
Exactly. It's the Netflix cinematic universe.
Ediverse.
Yeah, the Ediverse.
That's exactly it.
Uh,
We got to make this happen. Come on. All right.
yeah.
Let's talk about some video game stuff.
You know what? I think 15 minutes of crap TV talk is.
We just start every episode with that.
Please look forward to more of this at Scoopfest, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness,
we're gonna have some fun at Scoopfest, I think.
Oh, we are. I'd say I'm very excited about Scoopfest,
and people will hear that next week.
Yes.
But this week, talking about video game news. Apparently, Telltale has let the remaining developers that they kept on. So they apparently, when they laid everybody off, the 250 employees, they said they kept 25 as a skeleton crew.
Yes. Not so much.
Not anymore. Those people are apparently gone. So
did those people get severance?
I don't think so.
Okay.
So I didn't.
Well, I mean, what makes them special?
Well, they were special enough to survive the first call. I would imagine that those are probably.
I've been in a couple other places where there were mass layoffs, and usually the people who survive when it's clearly only a temporary thing, it's not really looked at as survival. They actually feel it's more like a punishment.
Okay.
Like, oh, you guys are all free to move on, and I'm stuck here.
Okay, I kind of figured that it would be like the suits sticking around, wallowing in there.
I thought it was a bunch of developers they kept.
Okay.
Yeah,
well, that's okay.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I that's what I remember.
We weren't there.
Yeah.
Well, that is a shame, and
that is.
It still sucks that all those people got screwed out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rights.
Yeah. Seriously.
Absolutely.
Let's call it what it is.
Yeah. No, I mean, though, given Weekend at Bernie's plot, I suppose they got off lucky.
Yeah, no kidding.
Luckily, Guardians of the Galaxy didn't sell enough for Telltale to afford 250 hitmen to track people down.
Yikes! Did you guys see that? I think it was a Steam discussion board.
Yeah.
Screenshot. I already know I haven't seen this.
Okay. It was a post from a user who suggested that the developers should finish the game for free. No. Which, because the modding community and the modding community exists. And indie games often, are done at a low cost or anyway.
Right. Okay.
I mean, I get it. It's speaking as a fan, I could totally see thinking that way.
I can see thinking that way from a consumer's perspective, where you have no idea what actual commercial video game production is. You may think it's that easy, right?
Well, I think,
but it's not.
I mean, even if you're a video game fan, though, presumably you understand the concept of having to purchase food to survive.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is
not if you are of a certain age.
From that lens, that's all I'm saying. It's just, and also when you think about it too, I mean, if this was a project that some of the developers were passionate about, I'm sure some of the developers, in a perfect world where it's like, when if I didn't need to worry about money.
Well, then, obviously,
I loved that. Then absolutely, I would love to do that for free. So I mean, I'm guessing. I'm guessing that a statement like that didn't come from the lens of, oh, you guys are so selfish, you should just finish it for free through the modding community.
Yeah.
No. And it seems like whoever that poster was, they were very young, probably.
I would hope so. How many?
But I mean, this is from a consumer's perspective, you can kind of see it where it's hard to look at through this lens, right? Where people often say lazy developers, or why didn't you add this, or why didn't you add a multiplayer mode? That's easy. And in your brain, you think that that's easy, when in actuality, it's dozens of people on a team constructing that. And there's servers involved and all these other infrastructures that you don't have to think about, because
they're called assistants, CJ, not servers. Oh my God.
What?
Check your privilege.
But yeah, I mean, games aren't made that way. No. At a major studio level.
But I don't blame people for not knowing that.
I don't blame people for not knowing that. Anyway, but I thought it was interesting. Anyway, let's talk about another thing
that is judgmental as Phil.
Has to be easy. Just wave your wand. Sony, apparently, there's a rumor that PSN name changes are coming soon. So this is a thing, of course, that users have requested for a long time. PlayStation Network started in 2006 and did not offer the ability to change your name. Never have. It's been a very well requested feature. And last year at PSX, Sean Layden got asked by Greg Miller if it's coming, and he said maybe we'll have something by next PSX, and then they aren't doing PSX this year.
They can wait.
Well, yeah, it's not next PSX yet.
Yeah, technically.
Let's see what happens.
But the rumor is that apparently Kotaku has spoken to some developers who say that it's coming.
Okay.
That's good. That's nice to hear. I mean, Microsoft did it a while back with Live. Which I really appreciated because I got to grab my old press handle that had been dormant for 12 years.
Oh,
but of course I couldn't cancel that because it was an old press handle. I didn't have I don't have the old email, the old Ziff Davis email and all that fun stuff. So when they actually made it an option, I was happy to. I think you had to pay a fee, but I was happy to pay a fee and take that name back because it became available. Basically, it seems like what they did is they went through and called everything that had been dormant for X number of years plus,
right?
And they just made it available, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's great.
Yeah, I think that's great, and I think this is another case of where people might think that this is a very easy change. You got to keep in mind that PSN has been around since 2006 and encompasses PS3, PSP, Vita, and PS4.
Right.
Not to mention, I believe you log in with like a Sony sort of one network login thing, so it impacts their video services as well. It's a very complicated issue. So it's another one of those things where it seems like
it's just a name change.
Switch, like, and you can do it. Just let me change my name. But
I can get myself a goofy Twitter Halloween handle in like 30 seconds. I don't see why.
Yeah,
it's a problem for PlayStation.
Once you start thinking of all the things that are impacted by that name change, like leaderboards and other things, it's like,
they should just do it for. They should just do it for free.
They should just do it.
Just do it for free.
What's like now we've heard the rumor. Just do it. Just go ahead and
it's right there. You can do it.
I'm sure it's a few months off at this point.
They put a man on the moon in 1967. Their chat again. Slave to the box.
Oh man.
Fair enough.
If Kaz really cared, he'd do it for free.
Kaz is not at Sony anymore.
Yeah, but if it's his old job, he should care.
He should have done it before he left.
Yeah,
he should have stayed until
just
third place.
Yeah, I'm gonna take care of this real quick, and then I'll pack all my stuff and go.
I'm gonna do it. Yeah,
why not?
I'm right there with you. Not really though. So the Wall Street Journal,
yes, cited so frequently on this podcast.
Cited, so frequently. I mean, we do nothing but cite the Wall Street Journal. Right?
Yep.
Apparently, they are planning a new version of the Switch to come out next year. Yeah. And of course, now that I've clicked off this article, I can't read it without subscribing to the Wall Street Journal. What the hell?
Those hidden costs.
You're the reason
hidden costs.
Traditional media is dying.
They're going for news whales.
News whales.
Exactly.
Don't give in. But I mean, obviously, it is fair to think that Nintendo is going to upgrade the Switch. They have with most of their other hardware, right? Has gotten a revision.
I don't know
through the ages. Their handheld stuff. Okay, fine. Their home stuff has not. The handheld stuff has, so it's not unfeasible to say that they're going to launch a new version. And this Wall Street Journal article seems to be more like around what technologies Nintendo won't be implementing, which is a little weird.
Everything.
Like the subhead here, which I can read without subscribing, by the way, says updated console isn't expected to adopt the OLED panels used in Apple's iPhone 10 series.
Well, no, they want to keep the price down.
Well, yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's Nintendo's whole thing, right? Is
there another company that's been more successful at keeping portable electronics like dirt cheap, but being super successful with it? Like, that's kind of Nintendo's thing, right?
That is exactly Nintendo's thing. Like taking off the shelf stuff and making it successful with new game content. So yeah, this is a rumor now that we're gonna hear for the next year. Just
especially on this show.
Letting you know, especially on this year or on this show, because Switch is great, and yeah, we'll be talking about some Switch games later. Anyway, not coming to Switch, Red Dead Redemption 2. Rockstar released another gameplay video.
Yeah,
of all the things that you can do in the game. So I watched this video.
Shaving horse testicles.
We talked about the horse testicles last week. But
careful with that razor, Wilbur.
There is so much stuff to do in this game that
so much to do, so much to see.
Overwhelming.
So what's wrong with taking the back streets? You'll never know.
If you don't go.
Yeah. They'll never shine if you don't glow, CJ.
I guess you're right.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's a lot to do in this game, and it comes out later this month. And I hope that it's good.
I hope CJ finishes Spider-Man before it comes out.
You know, I have so many other games to play. I
was playing a little Spider-Man last night. That was a good game. That's a solid game.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to put together a spoiler cast, Phil, so you got to finish that up.
Well, don't worry. One of us
is a lost cause, but I want
one of us here is going to finish it.
I'll finish it.
I'm going to
finish it. I am going to finish it.
Don't believe it.
I am going to finish it.
Got a couple of volunteers for the spoiler cast. Looking good.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Well, I'm going to need names because I may or may not want to associate with these people.
It's funny. They said the exact same thing about you.
But that's understandable. I am terrible. So.
All right. I guess we should then talk about what we've been playing. I'll go first.
Okay.
Oh, good.
How about I go first? Okay.
Spider-Man?
So, not Spider-Man.
Of course not.
But I've been playing a little game for the Switch called Super Mario Party.
Oh, how is it?
Which is it's the 11th game in the Mario Party franchise.
Yes.
Crazy to think about. Played with my daughter Friday night and Saturday, and it's super fun. Now it uses the Joy-Cons, and it uses single Joy-Cons, so you can't play it with like the Pro controller.
Right.
Okay. And you can't play it in handheld mode or with the.
It's got to be docked.
It's gotta be docked or hand or tabletop. Sorry.
Yeah.
And you have to use the sideways Joy-Cons.
Okay.
Not crazy about that.
Not too crazy about that, but actually it works out because even using the sideways Joy-Cons, most of the mini games only use the analog stick and like the A button, or like only one or two buttons. It's not like Mario Kart where you had to use the shoulder buttons or anything like that.
Did you know
the shoulder buttons to confirm menus and things like that? But,
DJ,
what?
Were you aware that mini game is short for miniature gamified experience? It's an industry term.
You would know that.
I would.
Yep,
I would.
You're in the industry. So, yeah, I have enjoyed Mario Party games in the past, of course. And
which one's your favorite?
I liked 5. I think is that on the GameCube?
5, I believe, was GameCube. Yes.
Yeah, I had that one before now. Before this one, I skipped all the rest. So the continuity, story continuity is a little.
Yeah. So you're like, you're pretty lost.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, but this is my daughter's first time playing a Mario Party game.
Oh, nice.
And she really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So much so that after we were done, she wanted to play more by herself.
Oh, jeez.
So, which I would...
Because daddy cheats.
That's... Yep. Well, no.
Daddy's a sore loser. That's why.
It's not fair you stole that star from me. I earned that star.
Daddy, you took away my college fund last time I beat you. I don't believe you.
But even when she was not in first place, she was having a lot of fun just playing the mini games and rolling the dice and all sorts of things like that. And they have a lot of really cool, what I assume are new features for the series, but I don't actually know. You can drop on an ally square and basically call another Mario series character to join you, and then you get like an extra dice roll on your dice roll.
Okay,
which is pretty cool. And some of the mini games, of course, use the horizontal layout control pad, and others use motion control. And it tells you beforehand, and it has this practice screen that's really nice. It like shows the mini game in sort of like a big screen and lets everybody try multiple times, and everybody has their own like ready up function that they have to do, so they can practice the game, see what they actually have to do, and then ready up and do it, which is a nice thing, because there are a lot of games in there, and especially when you're just starting to play Super Mario Party, you're not familiar with anything that's going on.
Right.
So yeah, it's really fun.
Cool.
I'm having a blast with it. My daughter loves it, so I imagine we'll be playing a bunch of that. Probably playing at Scoopfest with you guys.
I'd be down for that.
Play some Mario Party. That'll be fun.
Are you bringing your dock then? I guess.
I brought it last year.
CJ,
oh, did you really?
Oh, yeah.
I brought it last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because we were playing what, Overcooked?
Overcooked. Yeah. Indeed. Cool. Now we can play Overcooked 2 and Mario Party.
Can't wait. The whole reason to go.
Overcooked
I know, right?
It's pretty fun. That's a fun little game.
Overcooked?
Yeah.
And the sequel's really fun too.
Excellent.
Actually,
I look forward to playing it.
All right, and then I picked up Forza Horizon 4 on the Game Pass service. Greg, you got to play this game, man.
Hey, so I think it's worth noting that if you're an Xbox Live Gold member, and you have been for a while, even if you did the 2-week free trial of Game Pass back when it first started, you've got another 2-week free trial.
Really?
Yes.
Huh. Oh, that's cool.
So when I went to look at this, because you and I discussed this earlier, CJ, where I was saying, like, I don't really have the money to go buy Forza Horizon right now.
Yeah.
But hey, for like, well, in Canada, $12 a month, maybe I'll just check out Game Pass. So I went and took a look, and it's like, oh, hey, I've got a 2-week free trial. And it even calls out that it's a new 2-week free trial.
Yeah.
So worth checking out. If you haven't looked at that in a while, you might have a free trial again. And hey, Forza Horizon 4 just came out. What better reason to fire it up and play it a bit?
Cool.
Yeah, and Game Pass has a lot of fantastic games on it, including Westerado Double Barreled, which was just added.
There we go.
Some games. Check that out before you get your Red Dead on later in the month. Forza Horizon, though, let's talk about that. I love the Horizon series. Have since the very first game on 360.
Careful, Johnston.
What?
Just telling you, be careful.
I'm going to criticize the game. It's my favorite racing series. It's my absolute favorite. Just everything about it, I absolutely love. From the setup and how it gives you so many things to do. How you can use the little navigation system to just take you to the next thing right away. Like you don't have to look at a map if you don't want to. They're constantly rewarding you with things. In the game. This time your player avatar gets clothes and emotes and all kinds of stuff, and one of the things you can win in the little spin game, the little roulette wheel that they give you when you level up, is the Sea of Thieves horn.
Oh Jesus.
So it's a car horn that does the Sea of Thieves. I'm playing until I get that.
Oh boy. And then I'm putting it away, never to touch it again.
But yeah, it's a fantastic game. And one of one of the little story things that they have, and I'm at the beginning of the game now. I'm going to spoil a little bit. You may have played this in the demo, so it may not actually be a spoiler. Because I only played about 2 hours of it so far. But the story missions are like you are a stunt driver for a film crew.
Yeah, there's a bit of that in the demo.
Yeah. So one of the things has you doing like a jump through a windmill, which is probably in the demo. And that's awesome. And then the second stunt race, or maybe it's the third, has you driving up against a hovercraft.
That sounds like something
You're
you'd play
racing a hovercraft. And it is one of the most exciting races I've had in the series, even if it's sort of like guided and they're making sure that you can win against the hovercraft or whatever, but it's still so exciting.
The showcase events have always been like that, right? But they are exciting. They always were really cinematic and exciting. Like you're racing an airplane. It's like, well, okay, cool.
Yeah, you're racing fighter jets.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Or I forget which one it was in. It might have been 3 where you were racing a train. You were just basically racing alongside a moving train the whole time and then crossing over track. Yeah, it was great. I loved it. It was fantastic.
Yeah. And Forza Horizon 4 has it seems like they have more of that now. Unless the pace of introducing those style of events totally cuts down after the first 2 hours of the game, it seems like this is going to have a lot more of those exciting races.
Right. That could totally be the thing. I mean, that's kind of the way the games have gone in the past, where it's like, look at all this variety, but then we kind of open the world up and go do whatever you want. So sort of the variety at that point is up to you.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm into the autumn races now, and
fantastic.
Have done a bunch of the dirt rally races, which are awesome. I do enjoy a good rally race.
Who doesn't?
I liked Sega Rally back in the day. But yeah, Forza Horizon, really my favorite racing game. Like, they give you points for everything, even if I'm off-roading or I just like hit a fence. Giving me points for that, all that. Well, mostly the fences and stuff is like between races, not during races.
You get points for it during races too.
Oh, okay. Well, I try not to do that during races as much anyway. But I love Forza Horizon. Love that rewind feature. I use it often, as you might expect, somebody who's not like huge into racing games like I am. But it's an absolutely fantastic game and a fantastic reason to pick up Game Pass and give that a go. So
agreed. I can't wait to play it. Well, I can wait because I have waited to play it, but I'm actually hoping this episode gets over pretty soon because I want to fire it up tonight.
Oh, one other thing.
That's our show for this week. Thanks for tuning in.
One other thing that it lets you do. So some of the races now, it lets you do those co-op or against somebody online. So it sort of starts an online session, and you have different players in the world that are playing at the same time on the same like server instance as you, and you can invite them to a race or event. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And I think when Microsoft announced that the game was going to be open world, sort of always online, it's like, I don't know if I want to play like where every car is actually another player. That might get a little crazy. But the fact that they're like creating these sort of opportunities for you to race people online very quickly, like quickly get into a race and get out of a race, it's great.
That's cool.
I love it. Yeah. So that's Forza Horizon 4. Perfect. And I guess Phil, you want to go next?
Sure.
Cool.
Well, you know what? Today, actually, right before we were recording the show, I was playing a fair bit of Minecraft again.
I saw you online playing Minecraft.
Oh god! Yeah, I was actually playing on the Switch.
I know, but you're logged in Xbox Live.
I know, right? It's crazy. What a world! Yeah. What a world we live in.
Yeah.
No, Finn has been on another big Minecraft kick, and we've been playing a little multiplayer because they have the split screen option. So he and I started up a world, and we were just running around building stuff, exploring, blowing up mountains, doing all sorts of crazy stuff. So Yeah, we were just having a lot of little father-son bonding time while we were building elaborate structures and things like that. So that's a fun game to play with your kid, is all I'm saying.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Probably more fun than making them watch Mannequin 2 on the movie.
Are you sure though?
Maybe.
Sure?
Maybe.
My daughter likes Dragon Quest Builders more than Minecraft.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Yeah.
She's just like me.
She likes the restrictions and not being able to keep your progress as you continue.
That's right.
I understand.
Yeah. No, I tried to get her into Minecraft. She wasn't really into it. She's into Roblox though.
Oh God. My daughter is so into Roblox.
Finn, as far as I know, knows nothing about Roblox.
Don't ever let it happen.
Don't let it happen.
Fine.
Roblox.
I have no problem with that. You know what he does have some knowledge of though is Mega Man. He digs Mega Man. Dude digs Mega Man. I've been playing some Mega Man.
But to be fair, you've been pushing it on him.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Did you really ever have a chance?
You know what? I have been fairly hands off. I will sit down and play a Mega Man game. And
I tried to get my daughter into Friday the 13th, the game, and
see, there's your problem. Oh, I'm kidding. Did you see, by the way, I know you live Friday the 13th.
I do.
Did you see the Friday the 13th puzzle game that's coming out?
What? Yes, because it's been out for a while on mobile.
Oh, has it?
It's not new. And I think it was on Vita too.
Oh, really?
It's coming out on Switch, though, at the end of this month.
Yeah, it's like I watched the trailer for it on Switch.
Yeah.
And they show maybe a second or two of gameplay where it looks like kind of like you're like top down.
Yes.
You're in a cabin or something.
Three-quarter perspective, sure.
Yeah, but it's all kind of cutesy, chibi-fied Jason, and
it is. And actually,
don't know what you're supposed to do in the game, but
Friday the 13th. So yeah, you drag. I imagine it plays this way. I don't know, but it's a reskin of, or it's sort of like a new version of the game Slayaway Camp, which is out on mobile and it's out on Switch also. Out on a bunch of systems, and you basically you drag the killer, in this case Jason, around and try to slaughter everybody before getting into the exit. It's a really interesting. It's a puzzle game.
Is it like one of those games where it's like, oh, here's a blue dot and here's a blue square, and you have to draw a path that connects them?
Kind of. You should play it. I think it's free to play on mobile.
Okay.
You can try it. Okay. It's worth playing though. It's a really good game. It's got
ridiculous.
An interesting style. Made by, I think, Blue Wizard is the name of the company, and it's ex PopCap people. So it's good. They've got the pedigree there. So
PopCap made some fun games. So,
they did.
Yeah,
yes,
for sure. But I've been playing the Mega Man 11, and like I said, I just will fire up a Mega Man game, and Finn will. He will. I'm not even like sit down and watch this. It's just he will. You know what it is. He loves the music. He loves the Mega Man series music, and that will kind of get him interested, and he'll come over and he'll sit and watch. And so we've been having a good time going through 11, trying to figure out the boss order, things like that. So
cool.
We're halfway through.
Now, does he play it too, or does he just?
No, I don't. Geez, I'm having trouble with 11. I can't imagine this poor kid trying to get past some of the tricks and traps in this particular game. But that's a good game though. Like I said, halfway through the 8 bosses, so got to polish those off and hit the wily stages. But yeah, they did a fine job with Mega Man 11. I am pleased with it. So,
and you're playing it on Switch.
I am playing it on Switch right now.
Okay.
So
cool.
And you know what else I'm playing on Switch?
What's that?
I picked up another Picross game.
Yes, I'm interested to hear about this.
Oh
no.
Kemono Friends Picross. Kemono Friends Picross. I saw this on the eShop as coming soon, and my interest was piqued because a Picross game.
Sure.
I love Picross. And I look at it, and it's all like little kind of chibi-fied anime girls with like animal ears.
Continue.
Stuff like that. And okay, Greg's
going.
Greg's
in.
Greg's in. And I was just like, okay, so this is probably some kind of crappy knockoff game.
Yeah.
Just using, little anime girls to try and get people to buy it. But I was confused because I was like, but Nintendo owns the word Picross.
Mm-hmm.
The actual, like, Nintendo has a trademark on the name Picross. So I was like, is this a real game? And I go through and I'm reading the legal fine print on the eShop page, and sure enough, it has the Picross is a trademark of Nintendo, but it's developed by Jupiter, who are the people who develop all of the Picross games. Yeah, so it's a real, it's on par in terms of presentation and everything with the Picross E games on 3DS and the Picross S games on Switch. But it has little cutesy anime girls in animal
It's not one of those weird strip poker style.
No, it's not actually. It's suitable for all ages. I actually looked it up. Apparently the what is it? Kimono Friends?
Kimono, yeah.
I guess it was like a cell phone game in Japan, and something like the premise is it takes place at a zoo that's filled with endangered animals, but they're also anime girls.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. There's apparently an anime series that has not been released here. But for some reason we get this game.
I'm sure you're happy about that though, because it's more.
Oh, more Picross. I'm very happy with it. So, so there you go. If you like Picross but wish it had more creepy anime girl animals,
are they really creepy though?
I don't know. It's
or is it just creepy that you're a 40-plus-year-old?
It's creepy. It's you know what? If like my kid or your kid or Greg's kid, I guess we all have kids. If our kids
collectively
are playing it, it's not creepy because they're just like, oh, it's a little anime girl, but she's got salamander tails or something.
Okay.
But there's a salamander character.
Okay.
CJ, I did the puzzle. CJ,
okay,
I know about what I speak. CJ,
I saw it with my eyes. They burn.
But we've been on the internet.
We
know how this sort of thing usually goes. Sure. And apparently it's not the case here.
Well, that's good.
But but hey, more Picross. So okay. I'm happy with it. So,
how much is it? Like
I think it was $10.
Like $8 or $10, okay.
Yeah, whatever the Picross S games are.
I'll link to it in the show notes. People
check it out. Yeah. But yeah, it's a legit Picross game.
Okay.
Sorry.
What's that?
So listen, just saw this. So we were talking a little bit earlier. Skybound Studios is currently going to complete The Walking Dead, the final season.
Oh.
So Skybound, of course, they're the rights holders to Walking Dead, right?
Yeah, they own The Walking Dead. So this is the best news.
So they have said they're going to develop it internally, which is the first time they've ever done that. But they're saying they might use. It sounds like what they're going to do is hire the original team.
There's the best news.
Yeah,
there's the best news that some of these people are going to at least be temporarily employed, because who knows what's going to happen to them after they finish the final couple chapters.
Yeah, this is Skybound taking over development and publishing of the game. Skybound announced Saturday, which is today. This is just happening.
This is hot off the press.
Also hopes to keep the original Telltale development team intact so they can be the ones to finish the season.
Nice.
Fantastic. That's great news.
That's cool.
Great news.
Well, hopefully
they didn't Telltale pull the series or the final season off of shops.
I believe. I don't know if Telltale did it, but it was pulled.
It was pulled.
Oh, was it
At
really?
least I know it was. I'm pretty sure I read that it was pulled from the Nintendo shop. I'm not sure about the other ones.
Yeah, crazy.
That's nuts. But okay.
Yeah, but this is good news. Skybound, of course, created The Walking Dead early.
Right.
So that's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, again, I have to admit I'm a bit skeptical if 250 people are going to get a job out of this.
Well, no, they're saying the original team.
Yeah,
not everybody that worked at Telltale was working.
Okay,
right. Okay. They were working on Wolf Among Us, Stranger Things,
right.
A lot of other games.
That's true.
Yeah.
Interesting, though. Okay. You know what? I'm
cool.
I'm gonna type right here real quick. Walking Dead. I'm looking on Steam to see if it's on Steam.
I don't think it is. I heard that it was pulled.
Oh, really? Okay.
Or well, then there we go. Not on sale anymore. All right.
Okay. Then I played Spider-Man. Played some Spider-Man.
How far are you?
I just
spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. I'm not going to go into super details. See, it was like I was up till like 3 last night. So
attaboy.
So I'm a little
a
little sketchy on details, and I was swinging around doing side questy stuff afterwards. What happened?
Thwippity.
I did some thwips.
Rope.
I did some quips. Took a trips. And oh, you know what? I did the Mary Jane stealth mission. I don't. Are there multiples of those? Well, there was that first one where you're in that museum dodging that woman. But I was in a warehouse where the
yes, that sets up a series of side missions.
Okay. Yeah. So I just did the first one of those.
Yes. Okay.
Cool. So then
that introduces a new character.
Yes, it did. It did that he was just introduced, and I won't say who it is.
Yeah,
because it is a known Spider-Man character.
Yep.
So I won't say it, but yeah, he was just introduced.
Cool.
Spoiler alert: it's a dude. Spoiler alert: his name's Batman.
Crazy crossover.
Yeah. But yeah, so I was I did that. That's about where I left off, was the introduction of that character. And I finished up the pigeon chases. I caught all that dude's pigeons. And I got all the black cat stuff. So cool. I did all her little side missions as well. So
I've got to be just about ready to just keep going story mode.
Yeah, I did a couple of the research, the Harry's research tasks as well last night.
Harry research tasks.
Yeah. So trying to get, because there is a point of no return in that game, right? Where
but that's the very end of the game.
Okay.
So it's before they even warn you that it's happening, it's really clear that it's happening. Like, you know that this is what's going on.
Gotcha. So. Okay. But yeah, so I'm just kind of going through it, having a lot of fun with that. It's a fun game. It's
a fun video game.
We should get our old pal Brian Intihar to come on the show, and CJ can explain to him why he's not playing his game.
What?
Yeah,
I am going to play it.
I think that's a great idea.
Need to get him on the spoiler cast.
Yeah, that you won't be on, apparently.
That won't be on.
Yeah, see, that's my point exactly. CJ, we're gonna get Brian Intihar on. CJ is gonna be sick that week, mysteriously. Oh, I came down with I didn't play Spider-Man flu.
Hey, I finished Sunset Overdrive.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying. Although, you know what? When we could have him on, and you could grill him about all the Adult Swim games he hasn't played.
There you go.
Yep. Turnabout done.
Yep. How come you didn't play?
Battleship Brigade.
Thank you. I was trying to think of the new one's name, and I blanked on it. I'm sorry.
Dusk Gambit.
That's the one.
So, yeah.
So there we go. But yeah, that's what I've been playing as of late. Yeah.
Greg.
I was traveling most of the week, so I didn't really play much. Played through. I actually get to hang out with Sam Kennedy and Chris Baker.
nice.
While I was in New York, which was awesome.
It's nice. It's nice that you got to hang out with Sam.
I haven't seen Sam in a long time.
We were talking, and I believe the last time I saw Sam was when we both still worked at Ziff Davis.
Wow.
Yeah,
so that was a long time ago. It was like 15 years ago.
Long time.
I was saying, like, we were talking and saying, like, yeah, I think I've been married, had 3 children, and divorced since the last. So,
life comes at you fast.
Yeah. But it was cool. We got to hang out. We went to the barcade and had some drinks, had some foods, and played through Michael Jackson's Moonwalker in the arcade, which
the arcade version of it.
Wow,
that was pretty neat.
I really liked that. I liked the Moonwalker arcade game. That was fun.
I'd never played it. I'd seen it once, and I never got to play it.
Yeah, there was back when I was growing up in the Chicago suburbs, there was an arcade.
Yeah,
but that CJ you probably went to. It was that what was that bowling alley? There was a bowling alley like up in Naperville, Aurora area.
Yes.
Was it on Wayne's World? I'd know it if it was on Wayne's World.
It was not. But yeah, it was like
next to Stan Mikita's Donuts, or
it was a bowling alley with a big old arcade attached to it.
That was the one that was where I went to for bowling, high school bowling class.
That's where CJ became a man.
Jesus.
Yeah.
What?
High school bowling class.
I took 2 semesters of bowling in that bowling alley.
I've been bowling.
Just kills me.
I'm in bowling 201 this year. This is the advanced.
This is the advanced. That's right.
Yeah. Did I do bowling in high school? I certainly did billiards.
And people wonder what's wrong with public.
We went to a pool hall.
Nothing's wrong with public education.
My PE class went to the dingy pool hall by our school, and
I remember you telling this story a few times.
Yeah. But I don't remember if I bowled or not in high school.
That bowling alley was the first place I saw Mortal Kombat. They were doing a location test.
Oh yeah.
There.
Yep.
And I played the G.I. Joe arcade game in that.
Oh, nice.
Played Daytona, all sorts of games.
Chicago used to be a big, used to be a mecca for arcade.
Yeah,
Midway and basically Midway in the 90s.
Well, Konami was there in the 80s as well, and
that's true. But location test stuff
and Taito, I think, were all there.
Did Capcom? Yeah, because Capcom did a lot of location testing around Chicago.
Yep.
That's where I first
a lot of Midway stuff.
When you're sifting through old magazines and trades and everything like I do for Generation 16, you tend to notice that a lot of those companies were based in Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jalico, Konami.
Yeah, Jalico's there. Yeah.
But yeah, that's where I saw the Moonwalker arcade game.
Nice.
So I did that. Also wanted to call out that I am on the Press Row podcast again this week.
Oh yeah,
I saw that.
We're talking about NASCAR Heat 3.
Cool.
So please go check that out with the wonderful Rich Grisham. Probably be on there again talking about Forza Horizon 4 at some point in the near future. Otherwise, that was, I didn't really play a whole lot, although I figure now is as good a time as any because nobody listens to the outro. So I'm going to call it out now. I'm going to pimp the Extra Life Marathon. 1 month away, less than a month away from game day now. So I am doing what I do every year where I want to ask my donors to help pick the games that I play. Going to play some Mega Drive games this year because it's the 30th anniversary of the Mega Drive.
Nice. So
$50 donation lets you choose any Mega Drive or Genesis game that you want to see played for an hour during the stream on November 3rd and 4th. Please go and donate. We're running out of time. We got like 3.5 weeks. So please do so. And this wonderful show has decided to donate a PlayStation Mini when they get released.
Yeah.
To one lucky donor.
PlayStation Classic.
Sorry, PlayStation Classic. I always call them the Mini for some reason. PlayStation Classic to one lucky donor. So for every $5 that you donate to the campaign throughout the whole year, so the people who've donated already, your name is already in the pot. We're having a raffle. So $5 basically buys you an entry. So if you've donated $10, 2 entries, et cetera, and we'll draw that probably on one of my streams in December after the system's actually been released, and we'll send that to you. So
nice.
A couple incentives there. Please go donate extra-life.org/participant/Seward. CJ, I'll put the link in the show.
I'll put the link. The link's always in the show note.
Yeah.
Show
so
notes.
that's the thing. That's what I'm focused on for the whole month.
Cool deal. Yeah. I think that means it's time for tweets.
Tweets.
All right. Hacker Alias, Grim Grinning Guy says, do you guys think games should come out first digitally? Movies come out digital 2 weeks before Blu-ray. It would definitely make me buy some large releases digitally over physically.
Ugh, I hate the digital first.
You hate the thing on movies?
Yeah, I am not a fan of it.
Why is that? Because you want to buy Solo, and you're like, why is this coming out on digital 2 weeks before I can buy it on Blu-ray?
Exactly.
That is
exactly no, because I do still like to purchase Blu-rays.
Yeah.
For some movie, I don't buy all my stuff physically. I will buy some stuff.
Pirate
digitally.
some of that stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to, right? I mean,
Well,
movies they're so expensive these days,
expensive,
you know? and they're right there and they're free.
You're only human.
Why don't you know what?
It's a victimless crime.
You know what?
Is
If these
is it really?
Hollywood fat cats love movies so much, why don't they just make them for free?
Why don't they buy them all?
Yeah, just you know
They got
what?
the money.
You know, Robert Downey Jr. loves being Iron Man so much, and just do it for free. Just do it for free.
Yeah.
But yeah, I if I'm looking for like the superstar Infinite fight that came out recently.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to.
You mean Infinity War?
Is that the purple guy? Purple guy with the glove. Yeah. He I wanted to get that, and I had I'm getting the Blu-ray.
Sure.
And it comes out like 2, 3, sometimes 4 weeks prior digitally.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, man, why are you tempting me? Makes me sad.
At that point, you've already seen the movie in the theater.
But I have seen it already. But yeah, you want to see it again.
I can't get behind the. I don't know.
I don't really
care that it's a little earlier in a format I don't want. I'll just wait till it's available in the format I want.
Yeah.
Well, they are kind of doing early releases when you buy the like ultimate edition of some games. So I think Tomb Raider had an early.
Microsoft's done that forever.
Yeah, Tomb Raider recently did that. Microsoft has done that with a number of games, including I think Forza.
Yeah, the Forza series always does that.
Yeah, Forza series always does that. So I could see that definitely happening more and more often.
You know what I really want to see?
What's that?
Make the digital versions cheaper.
Do you think that's actually going to happen, though?
No, I don't, but it should.
You know what, though?
I know I'd switch to digital.
Going back to the movie analogy here.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm sure there are.
Digital copies are cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
generally.
You know what it is? Like, the movie will go up on iTunes for like $20.
Like
and
Deadpool
then,
too, $20.
Yeah. Couple weeks later, the Blu-ray comes out, and it's like $25.
Yeah.
It's the same price, maybe a little more, but not significantly so. But usually then what'll happen is once the movie's been out for a month or two, iTunes will drop the price to like $10.
Yes. Yeah.
For like a week or two.
I'm assuming it's not iTunes that's doing that. It's the movie studio.
Well, yeah, right. But you know what I mean.
Drop in price on digital. It'll drop in price.
No, it's Apple saying, you know what? Screw you, Warner Brothers.
We're dropping. Surprise me if Apple did that, but
we're gonna give that Justice League movie away because ain't nobody buying that. Yeah. But why not do that? Why not release the digital version and then put it on sale for a short amount of time?
Yeah.
Why not?
You're talking about games?
Yeah, I'm talking about games.
I mean, that does happen more often with indie games than your
right.
Well, I mean, that's the big ones though.
Stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
Here's a tip. The holidays are coming up. You got your winter sale on Steam. That's always a very popular thing. And then, of course, the platforms usually have some kind of holiday sale,
right?
That third parties participate in. I would assume a lot and I've done this multiple years myself. I've like waited for a big release and just not bought it when it came out in November, and then in December with those holiday sales, it'll be like half price.
Right.
And generally what happens is like they put it half price during like the week-long holiday sale or whatever, and then it goes back up to full, and then it doesn't come back down to half price until like 6 months later. So your holiday sales, your winter digital sales, if you can wait on some of these AAA games, because there's a deluge of games anyway, we have a lot to play this year, you may be able to get a fantastic deal in those holiday sales. Anyway, I'm just saying, just throwing it out there.
Or, you know what's even better? Shoplifting.
Okay. This podcast does not condone the thought.
Shoplift. Do not shoplift. That was me. I was being
former
facetious.
teacher.
I was being facetious. That was hyperbole played for a humorous effect.
Yeah, you were saying it's a steal to wait for discounts of half price.
Well, here's the thing: if you're gonna steal, don't get caught. That's the important part.
Okay,
really, that's true.
Yeah.
What was it? Nintendo did an early digital release with Wind Waker HD. I don't know if you remember.
Did they really?
Yeah, you could buy it on digital like a month before it came out physical, and it was absolutely fantastic. Wow. One of my favorite things about Wii U era Nintendo is they tried a bunch of crazy stuff, including like releasing Wind Waker HD super early on digital. So
cool.
Yeah. Anyway,
let's
do this one from Hacker Alias. Benjamin Rivers.
Okay.
And this is in honor of Canadian Thanksgiving.
Oh.
That's right. If you could stuff a turkey with one video game food power-up, what would you choose? And what do you think it would taste like?
More road turkey.
Road turkey. Final fight.
Road turkey.
Yeah. Final fight. Garbage can turkey. Barrel turkey.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oil drum turkey.
Yep. What would it taste like?
It tastes like turkey.
Like soaked in oil drum.
Chicken.
Yeah, double turkey.
Yeah.
Turkey square.
Call that a turkey.
A turkey.
What about those huge apples in Streets of Rage?
No, that's just crazy.
No, that's for if you're having pork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Get a giant pig.
Apples go with pork, not turkey.
When you kill Ganon in The Legend of Zelda, you get one of those Streets of Rage giant apples and you shove that in his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And then
chow down.
Brother, you got yourself a stew going.
Mm-hmm.
If you put it in a pot with some broth.
Some turnips.
Yeah. Oh yeah, some carrots, maybe. Some taters.
And I can't wait for tomorrow.
Really? Why? What's tomorrow?
Thanksgiving.
That's like in November, dude. You are way.
Yeah, I mean, you're back asswards country.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Do you get Monday off, by the way?
Yeah.
You get Monday off?
Yeah.
That's good. You need a little recovery time.
Is go to work for one day and then it's off to Scoopfest.
Greg?
Nice.
I probably ask this to you every year. Is Canadian Thanksgiving on a set like date, or is it?
I believe like it's the second Sunday.
Okay.
Of October.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys,
pretty sure it's always on the weekend. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's second Sunday.
Okay. Because ours is always on with the final Thursday, correct? Final Thursday of November,
something like that.
So you guys should have gone with the weekday holiday, because then you're guaranteed that Friday off.
That's true.
Yeah.
But we always get the Monday.
Do you?
Yeah.
Is that okay? Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. What are other video game stuffings? Is there a video game where like actual stuffing is a power up?
Sure Cooking Mama had stuffing.
Oh yeah. There we go. That's cheating though if you're saying Cooking Mama. Goodness.
That's right.
There you go.
I'd stuff it with a delicious berry tort.
Just told us that it's the second Monday of the month.
Oh, there you go.
That's why CJ's best friend Mike and I don't speak anymore.
Wait,
why?
So Canadian Thanksgiving's on Monday?
Because he's always correcting you.
Yes.
How do you not know that?
Why would I know that?
Well, I think every U.S. citizen Every God-fearing U.S. citizen.
You're going to stand there and say that?
Yeah. Knows that Thanksgiving is on a Thursday? Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Yes.
I feel like I could step out into
we have a lot of stupid people.
I was going to say, I could step out into a group of average Americans.
Okay.
And ask, where's Canada? And half of them wouldn't know.
Well, no, they wouldn't know Canada, but they would know that
the third Thursday of October.
I'll say this.
Think about it.
I will say this. The actual Thursday, like what number Thursday, they probably wouldn't know, but I'm sure. Maybe I'm not so sure. A lot of people would know it's on a Thursday, though.
Sure. Yeah.
But again, the stupid people don't know Thanksgiving's on a Thursday. Why are you throwing yourself in with the stupid people who don't know what day your
We always celebrated it on a Sunday.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Always.
Okay. Seems suspect, but I can't.
Either that or we were celebrating it with leftover turkey sandwiches and turkey soup.
Oh, okay. That's the best part.
Reheated stuffing.
But
yeah.
But then I look at
wow. CJ's best friend Mike's just throwing the facts around in the chat.
What's
First
this?
Canadian Thanksgiving, 1578.
Wow.
First U.S. Thanksgiving, 1621. So screw you.
Wow.
See that we had time to put it on a Thursday in November.
See, there you go.
Make it the correct way.
So I feel like you're the ones who got it wrong, not us.
No. We got it right after you failed.
What did it take Chris Columbus like 40 years to walk down from Canada to the U.S. and say,
Probably
okay, now we can have Thanksgiving in this place too. Who's up for some murder?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Cleaned out Canada and then he moved south.
I got more bodies to pile up. Yep. I'm Chris Columbus.
All right.
Genocidal jackass, Chris Columbus.
This podcast getting controversial.
It is. All right. Haggerelli is Mr. Nelson.
Yeah.
Says, now that it has been a while, do you still play with your Labo stuff, or did it end up in the recycling bin?
I have not actually built most of my Labo stuff.
We built two things.
Yeah, we built some of the variety kit and stopped.
It takes so long to build.
It does take so long.
It's great and I love it and I'm glad it exists, but holy cow, it takes like hours to put that stuff together.
All of those things. Although none of the cardboard stuff is in the recycling bin. We still have all the cardboard stuff.
Why would you go spend $70 and then just time to throw it away? Doop. Not gonna do that.
No.
So
exactly.
Yeah.
Hacker alias S.I. Houghton says, comedy thoughts on the live action Mega Man film.
It's going to be awful.
I don't think it's going to be a comedy.
They might not mean it to be a comedy.
He wants our thoughts and make them comical.
Oh. So, what's the deal with
What's the deal?
Have you heard about this Mega Man movie?
Live action Mega Man.
Yeah.
Let me
tell you, the Blue Bomber. On the movie screen? On the silver screen?
They should call it the blue screen if they're going to have the Blue Bomber.
It's probably going to have a lot of blue screen effects.
Oh, hey. They still do that? Oh. Let me tell you. Oh, Mega Man don't get no respect anyways. Oh, hey. It's not. There you go. I got nothing. Nothing. I don't know. It's going to be terrible, though. It's going to be an awful.
It probably will be terrible.
Awful film. I hear Rob Schneider's in the running to play Mega Man. I saw an unsubstantiated rumor on Ain't It Cool News that says Rob Schneider.
Cool news.
Rob Schneider is a strong candidate for.
Was it in gigantic type on a black background?
And half the article talked about what the person did that day before they received the news.
And Greg, I'll have you know, Ain't It Cool news is not on a. It's all like shit brown colored.
Oh, is it?
It is.
Yeah, I think it's still. Oh!
Is it still that color?
I just went to Ain't It Cool News for the first time in about 15 years,
and it's the same. Please let it be the same.
It still looks like someone took a big stinky Duke all over it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That website.
They have not. You know what? Back
Wow, they're really doubling down on that brown background, aren't they?
No, they really are. And that repeated pattern in the background.
Oh,
that remember the very first time you learned how to code something in HTML?
Yes.
Like back in 1997. That background is still up on Ain't It Cool News. I think back in 99, 98, when I was digging around for Phantom Menace spoilers, that's when I was frequenting Ain't It Cool News, and the website
has not changed.
Bless them, has not changed at all.
That's crazy.
Since 20 years. My goodness. What a mess. Yeah. Jeez Louise.
Move on. We can move on now.
I'm gonna go.
That was all our tweets. So we could take questions from the chat if we wanted to.
Dark Horizons still up? Let me go look.
Dark Horizons is still up, I believe.
Really? Holy cow!
I believe it is.
All these old movie sites.
Yeah. Do you remember the Digital Bits?
Oh yeah, that was like the. Was that the had the DVD release date schedules and stuff?
Yeah. I used to go to that site all the time. Love Digital Bits.
Yeah.
I had a Twitter discussion with the guy who owns that site when there was that story about Apple deleting this dude's movies off of iTunes.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And I was like, this sounds like a region problem, not a delete your movies off of iTunes problem. Which it turned out I was correct.
You were right. Yeah. Yeah.
But places like the Digital Bits used it as a don't buy digital movies sort of
course,
thing. It's like not really about don't buy digital movies. It's just there's a whole region thing that's screwed up, and not to say that regional rights issues are not also total crap, but Apple deleting movies was not the issue on that particular point. Anyway. What I'm saying is I think the show is over.
Well, what I'm saying is I'm looking at an article on Ain't It Cool News.
Oh, God.
Dated March 11th, 2013, 7:30 a.m.
2013?
2003. I'm sorry.
You said 13.
I meant 2003.
Okay.
I'm talking 15 years ago.
15 years ago. Okay.
Some details and one crazy ass rumor about the upcoming American Lupin live action film.
Yes.
Our good friend
I remember it well.
Moriarty talking about this. And where is this? I can't read this mess. Oh, and the crazy ass rumor, someone wrote me to try and convince me that Rob Schneider has all but signed on to play the lead. Let that sink in for a minute. Schneider as Lupin. That's in the second paragraph. Now, who, CJ? Who would come up with such a crazy rumor that Ain't It Cool printed?
Not anybody on this podcast.
Oh, really? That's weird.
No, wait.
I seem to recall an Oreo cookie fueled bender one night.
Me. We're like, I was like, I bet we can make Ain't It Cool report this. I think we thought who would the
worst
are
party animals?
If they're making a live action Lupin the Third movie, who's the worst possible person you can think of to play the lead?
Yeah,
and we both pretty much settled on Rob Schneider almost immediately. And then I thought, could we get Ain't It Cool News to print that as a rumor? Could we get that to happen? And guess what? I did.
It did.
I did by using plenty of unsubstantiated claims, but they printed it.
Yeah. A user named 00711 says, I don't know about Schneider. I can definitely hear him doing the voice, but I don't think he's quite tall enough. Because that's the problem.
Because that's the issue, right?
Maybe we can get Rob Schneider some elevated shoes, and then he would be perfect for the role. Oh my goodness.
Good Lord.
Yeah, there you go.
And they never made that movie. So
no, well, it says right here, upcoming.
Just like the Mega Man movie, maybe that'll just never happen.
Oh boy, let's hope.
We'll see.
My goodness.
All right.
Yeah.
Alrighty, and that is our show for this week. Thank you very much for listening. If you have a question for us or would like to comment on something you heard, you can direct that to @P1Podcast on the Twitter, or you can go to our internet website at player1podcast.com. There you'll find our contact information. You'll find show notes and links. You will also find Generation 16 episodes.
Thinking of canceling my flight to Scoopfest just so I can finish the next episode.
Ooh.
What?
Perfect.
No, I'm just kidding.
Perfect.
But hey, the channel is up to 4,000 subscribers as of today.
Congratulations,
Yay.
sir.
That's pretty exciting.
That's
cool.
very exciting. Yes.
That's cool.
Yes, indeed. Let's see.
Only 96,000 to go.
Until you get paid, or like
yeah,
what?
more or less.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we got show notes. We got a link to our Discord server and all that good stuff where we talk about video games and other stuff with listeners. If you're an old school person and you like to use message boards, we got one of them too. And you can discuss wherever you want, Discord or the message board. You can discuss this episode with us and our other listeners.
If you'd like to subscribe to the Player One Podcast, you can do so by visiting player1podcast.com or by loading up Apple's podcast application. You can also head over to the App Store and spend $1.99
cheap
to pick up the Player One Podcast iPhone application, which gives you one-touch communication with us via the emails, the Twitters, the what have you. You also have all of our episodes ready to stream right to your listening device. And hey, Android cell phone telephone users, the Player One Podcast iPhone application is available for your listening device as well for that same $1.99.
Also cheap.
That's right over there at the Amazon Android Marketplace for us on Stitcher Radio. You can like us on Facebook. You can watch archives of our show or actually watch us live most weeks on the youtubes.com/P1 podcast. And hey, if you like what you've heard, and how could you can head over to patreon.com/player. Is it Player One Podcast or P1
Podcast?
P1 Podcast. P1. I say this every week. I should know by now.
Yeah.
P1 Podcast, where you will find the Patreon link to support this show. You can throw a few shekels our way. It keeps CJ swimming in garbage 80s movies on DVD.
Yes, all the garbage 80s.
There they are.
We have
Yes.
Mannequin here,
You only have Mannequin within reach, but
within reach.
but rest assured, he's got plenty of them.
Let's see.
Let's
There's
see.
another one. My
what's he
wife
got?
had me buy. True Lies.
Oh, I can get behind that one. That was a good movie.
True Lies.
I've never seen it still, and I have it in front
You
of me.
haven't seen that movie?
Oh my god.
I've
Wow.
never seen True Lies. No.
Man. You know, who's the secret star of that movie?
Who?
Bill
Rob
Paxton.
Schneider?
Oh, Bill Paxton, man.
Oh, okay.
An
Bill
actual.
Paxton was the secret star of every movie he was in.
That's actually very true.
That is
No,
true.
but his whole scene when he's selling the car is just gold.
It's
start
great,
to
yeah.
finish.
Oh,
my
yeah, Bill
God.
Paxton is.
spoilers.
Go watch it.
Yeah. You really ruined the movie there, Greg. Bill Paxton sells a car.
Damn.
Boy,
Come on.
no one will
They
be
were-
seated.
They
during
were
the
taking care of business. I'd be out of business.
Yeah, you gotta go. You gotta watch that.
Yeah, you do.
I should. I really should.
But what else was I saying? Oh yeah, hey Patreon supporters, if you are of the $5 or higher tier, you gain access to an exclusive post show where we goof off and
Pants off.
and play trivia games and see
Yeah.
who's the best, most handsome of all of us.
Yeah, last week's was quite contested too. A couple
Was,
of
it was.
those trivia questions, quite. Yeah.
And it's pretty much unanimously decided each week that none of us are the most handsome.
That's
That's
true.
the problem. That is the
That's true.
problem that we have. But yeah, so please do that. And
This week we have another Jeopardy game.
Oh, do we really?
This will be fun.
Oh boy, here we go.
You don't
We'll
want to miss
see.
that.
We'll see how that is.
A backer at the $5 level or higher to
Yeah, that's what I said.
get a special feed.
Hey, and if you have a couple bucks left over, head over to generation-16.com where you'll find the Patreon link to help support Greg Stewart's outstanding web series about North America's favorite runner-up. the Sega Genesis.
Yes, please do.
Yes. We are looking forward to that next outstanding classic episode to be. Hey, and you better hurry up, Greg. I see Jeremy Parrish is starting to step on your toes. He's pumping out Sega videos suddenly. He did a Sonic one, and he did a Thunder Force one.
His Sonic video is quite good, actually.
It really is.
I really like it. I mean, Jeremy always does really good stuff. So
yeah. No, Jeremy does good work. So, but yeah, he was covering the Virtual Console. Well,
yes,
not Virtual Console.
Sega Ages.
Yeah, Sega Ages stuff on the eShop. So, yeah, so he was just covering those. Oh man, of course, as we were talking about at the front of the show, we're going to be at Scoopfest this upcoming week.
The next episode you hear.
Are tickets even still available?
I believe so. Yeah, you can even buy them at the door, I think.
Okay, so yeah, if you're heading out to Vegas, you can come see us perform live. Go to heyscoops.com. The outstanding folks at Matt Mattingly's Ice Cream Social, funniest podcast out there.
True.
They are hosting Scoopfest again. They invited us back. We are super psyched to be there. Podcasts, comedy, improv, probably some magic, probably some juggling. I don't know. It's gonna be great though.
Good stuff.
Yeah, we had a blast last year, and yeah, it's gonna be so much fun. It's gonna be good to see those guys again and the Scoops and everyone. So cannot wait.
Yes.
But yeah, heyscoops.com/player1
for discounted
tickets. And CJ.
Yeah.
Hey, what am I looking at on your shirt there? What is that? I'm seeing some sort of purple glowy thing. Stand up. Let me.
It's a purple nurple.
Let me take a look at you there. That's the worst stand up. Well, now say something so I can actually see it.
Wait, okay. I'll say something and I'll.
Oh, is that?
Put this.
Is that fight? Is that? Oh, it's Fido Dido. That's a Fido Dido shirt.
No, it's not.
Oh my God! It's a pirate shirt.
He's got a Sea of Thieves shirt on.
I do.
What a goon. This one. Oh my goodness, Greg.
Hi.
Well, actually, CJ, thank you.
Well,
thank
okay. Thank you, Phil, for remembering to say thank you.
I didn't just ask you to stand up so I can mock your shirt, which I honestly did not know. I did not know it was a pirate shirt when I asked you.
Of course, it's a pirate shirt.
Of course. Gregory?
Yo.
Are you wearing your Fido Dido shirt?
No.
Okay. Are you wearing your Big Johnson shirt?
What about Body Glove?
You got your body glove.
The hypercolor, actually.
You got the hypercolor body glove?
Yeah. Yeah. My breasts are bright pink here. But the rest of the shirt is black.
But
save it for the after show.
My breasts are bright pink. And maybe I'll think about putting on a shirt later.
Yeah.
To cover those up. Oh man. Was it Big Johnson? Was that those double entendre shirts?
I don't remember.
I'm sure.
Is it?
It sounds right.
You got your Bad Boy Club shirt on?
Can we move on? It's just a black shirt.
Just a black
shirt.
There's just wearing a black shirt.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Greg.
Thank you, Phil.
And thank you, folks listening at home or in the car or while you're making sweet love with your significant other. May all your days and nights be as beautiful as they are right now.
Player One podcast actually big in the aphrodisiac market.
Exactly.
Yeah. Surprising. ASMR, but with UNP.
Yeah.
It's mostly because your significant other listens to us and realizes how lucky they are to have you instead of one of us.
I dodged a bullet.
That's what's out there. Dear God.
If you are a Patreon supporter of the $50 or higher tier, you do get weekly ASMR feeds.
Another Super Metroid remake?
Of yes. Okay. Of us. Is that the term ASMR? Or...
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's me reading erotic fan fiction in the Sam Raimi voice. So
I would pay $50.
I'd pay that.
So the Paladins of Voltron all got their shirts off and started rubbing their nipples against each other. It was very alluring.
Yikes.
The Red Lion looked down and said, I gotta get me some of that.
Good luck figuring out a song to play at the end of this episode, CJ.
I know. Jeez.
And we'll see everyone next week at Scoopfest.
Yeah.
All right.
Toodaloo,
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
And